Fueled by Madison's energy right now, it's time to step into the kitchen for a healthy 5-ingredient recipe that's bursting with delicious flavor. Bring it on!
Clover Nolac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Yes, we're making it with love, of course, and this recipe has to be one of the easiest ones out there. It's just 5 ingredients, that's all we need, and you'll get to enjoy a Clover Nolac broccoli loaf that's packed with vitamin C and will have everyone wanting another slice. And of course, I got my man here to do the things. Of course, our first time in the kitchen, I think, as well,
yes,
right?
my friend, and I'm looking forward to this. I love seeing broccoli, spring onion, garlic, eggs. They're some of my favorite ingredients, dude, all in one.
Nutrient boxes are getting picked here proper, so we can do this like tag team right now.
Okay.
What I need from you is, if you can for me, you got to chop up the broccoli. What you have there is garlic, broccoli, and some chives, and you're essentially going to kind of flash that in the pan.
All right.
So while you're chopping that up, I'll explain to Mzansi what I'm doing over here on this side. So this is kind of going to create like this base. It's almost like a quiche style bread that we're doing. I've got 5 eggs in the bowl already. We're going to add to this with our wet ingredients. Of course, we've got some chutney. That's going to give us a nice little tang. We've got some flakes going in here as well. Depending on how strong you like it, of course, you can vary the chili flakes. I know a lot of people out here say, bring the heat. How are you with your heat there?
Oh, dude, I love spicy
food. Is it? Bring it on, right?
Really
all right.
do.
A little extra pizzazz for you.
You can go. No, I find chilies, it's such a good addition to food. I don't know, either you love it or you hate it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I think it definitely does add that like pop of magic to a lot of people's dishes. It's like
man.
They can't go without a little bit of that like tang, a little bit of that like
you gotta have
spice.
That kick, bro. You gotta have that kick.
All right. Okay. While Ewan's putting the pan on, just so I can explain what's happening on my side. Obviously, I put the salt, pepper in with my chili flakes, and of course the chutney. I'm not putting all the cheese in, so take note of that. The rest of this cheese is going to come through later once we've mixed all these ingredients together. And of course, let us not forget the hero ingredient over here, and that is Nolac. And of course, for you, Mzansi, with Clover's Nolac, you can enjoy dairy again with those versatile lactose-free range. Now, Clover Nolac is pre-treated with the enzyme lactase. Now, this is to break down lactose that makes it nutrient-rich and easier to digest so that everybody can enjoy some of this magic. So, a half a cup is going into this wet mix right now, and then I'm essentially going to whisk it all up and wait for those beautiful fried up greens.
So do we just want to kind of fry this a little bit softer?
Yeah, I think just flash it up, because essentially this is going to be baked for about 30 to 45 minutes.
So it is going to
soften up nicely. Yeah, so if you soften it up too much now, you're kind of just going to be left with like dead greens. I like a little bit of that crunch though in my loaf. I don't know about you.
True, yeah.
All right.
They always say don't overdo veggies.
Yes.
Keep it in as raw as you can.
Yeah, I'm definitely like that. The more like crunch I get in it, the more like fresh it feels to me. So I kind of almost feel in my mind like I'm healthier just by having it.
True, right? Yeah, because I mean, if you have it raw, I mean, if you overcook it, you break down those fibers that means so much for your internal workings.
Look at this young chef in the making, even with the tips. I like it.
What do we do with this now?
So essentially, your greens are going to go into the mix that I've just put together in my baking tray. So I've got my wet ingredients. You can add the greens into that. We're going to infuse it all together.
I like it.
And this is essentially what's going
to smell that garlic, bro.
Oh, yes.
How nice is that?
You smell that freshness as well, too, man. This is what makes things come alive.
There we go.
Beautiful form, beautiful stuff. We're going to mix this all together. Essentially, every bite of this loaf is going to give you a nutrient crunch like you cannot imagine. Look at that.
Good, dude.
Yeah, it's almost like imagine you like loaded up an omelet.
Yeah.
It almost reminds you of something like that, but don't be fooled. This is not an omelet. This is actually going to turn into a loaf.
Exactly, but you would know that, I mean, this has got fiber, it's got protein, it's got
fiber,
energy.
protein, nutrients, energy.
So this would constitute as a good snack at work as well.
Even some good fat coming from the egg as well. Again, like we said, we've got protein coming in from the egg white. So this is literally ticking all the boxes. Say no more when it comes to bread. I'll have another slice. This goes in the oven for 45 minutes, and then you, myself, and Ewan are done with lunch. We are sorted, man. Our gains are here.
Our gains are here. Listen, if you want to have the recipe, I definitely think you should try this one out. It is a go-to, expressoshow.com. That is where you'll find the ingredients and the steps on how to make it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, you're going to
That's so delicious. I can't resist, man.
Go for it. Go for it. I can't believe you're just not offering me anything.
I'm sorry. This one for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Come grab it. Wait. Let me get you one as well. All for you, brother. Enjoy it.
Oh, you feel bad now. Fine. Cheers. Oh, that's good.
Nice, yeah?
That's really good.
What do you think?
Again, I'm talking with my mouth full, but
I know, I can't help
But it's so good.
not doing that, but I can't not get a TV bite in because it tastes so, so good. And for you, Mzansi, you want to get some of this taste as well, then get this recipe right now because you're absolutely going to love your full face, mouth, a mouth full of enjoyment.
Made with love by Clover.